KGAB.
The KGAB Wyoming Wake Up with Glenn Woods on AM 650.
8:08 the time. It's AM 650, KGAB Radio. My name is Glenn Woods. Thanks for joining me. We're at 40 degrees and some clouds moving around Cheyenne, Wyoming. Sitting in the studio with me is your Cheyenne Mayor, Marion Orr, who I've got just a few questions that she was nice enough to come in for, and I'll get to the most important one. What are you going to be for this Halloween? The mayor?
The mayor.
That's scary enough?
It is pretty scary.
Do you do anything for the kids when they get to your door? Because I have a whole thing set up.
Yeah, we have, the past couple years, we've had flashing lights and smoke machines.
Okay, well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't get all costumed up for them or anything?
Don't.
No, okay, I do. But that's what I'm into.
What are you going to be?
Well, actually, this time, there's going to be a booth set up there, and Zoltan that gives you your fortune.
Yeah.
Well, instead of handing the fortune, I'm going to dump candy down.
Oh,
See, but the booth is all set up, the costume's ready to go, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so, yeah. Oh, boy, I have to get the kind of bag that you can see through so I can see what's in there.
Okay.
And there's got to be the Good and Plenty bars. There's got to be some Three Musketeers in there. But, of course, I really do like the ones in caramel. And a friend of mine turned to me and said, "You bought way too much candy. You're never going to eat all of this." And I said,
"Oh, yes, I will."
"Yeah. Well, you're never going to have enough kids." So, well, what's the problem? I fail to see the issue here.
Absolutely.
The point is to have leftovers. Okay.
Good.
Question. Well, what?
Pardon?
Oh, you said
no,
and.
it's good.
Okay,
yeah.
good. All right. Question number one for the mayor of Cheyenne. So there was a story about what's this idea for like a mall here up by the Capitol? What's that going to look like?
Okay, so pedestrian mall.
Pedestrian mall, not an
shopping
indoor mall.
Right,
okay.
Right. And actually, the state came to me with the idea and kind of some mock-up drawings, and
all right.
So certainly it's something that we need to bring the community in. Public Works, our first responders, the neighbors. Right. But the thought is to create a more open space, walkable area for the Capitol. They're considering putting a new governor's residence on the east side of the Capitol, where there's currently that staging area.
A new governor's residence?
Correct.
So would that mean that the current governor's mansion would be sold or something, and he would move closer to the Capitol?
Well, probably either. I think sold is one of the idea. There's some concern about the safety. It's been broken into. So its location right off the highway isn't necessarily ideal.
Okay.
So a more historical, appropriate looking.
We have the old governor's mansion. He can move back into that if he wanted to, but it's not going to happen. No, probably not. Okay, so now when we still say more pedestrian kind of mall, does that open up the area for more shopping, more buildings, things like that?
No, it opens it up more for walking, maybe some street carts.
Okay.
That kind of thing. Think the National Mall in DC.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
Less cars.
Okay. Now that brings up the next issue then. Less cars, there's already a traffic flow kind of bottleneck coming through downtown. So with fewer cars and choking off a couple of roads like that, what does that do for traffic then?
Well, I think by simply cutting off 24th, I don't know that we'll see necessarily the pinch that we do with all of the construction. So, of course, right now, with all the constructions going around the Hirschler building in the Capitol, obviously people are concerned. I've been stuck in that horrific car line as well as everybody else. But I think that given time, the other beautiful thing about this is we can test these things out. You know, you can put temporary barriers and see where the cars go, where they park, how people like or don't like it.
Would parking be added to something like that?
Well, there could be additional parking. We've got the state parking garage. They might open more of that up for folks. It's just like anything. We have I don't know that we have a parking problem. We have a walking problem.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
So now what about, has anything been discussed as far as maybe decorating the area? Because usually, like in the mall in Washington, you don't just block off the streets. You sort of dress it up a little bit.
Right. There's additional landscaping, wider sidewalks. That's certainly being proposed. But it's something, again, that we're working on with the state in conjunction with that.
So far, this is just an idea that's been tossed out and you'd like some comment and that's just about it?
Yeah. We're not even to the comment phase. I mean, essentially what they did is came to the city and said, hey, we're thinking about this. And I said, fantastic. When you get closer, let's all get together and we'll
Would somebody at some point then do some mock draw-ups and present them, if it went that far, and present them to the public? Okay.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I've seen some very rough schematics of what it might look like, but most definitely. Yeah, because I think a lot of us like to, take a look at pretty pictures and see what it can be. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess the three main things. One thing I thought of is, okay, would that bring any more parking into the area? What would that do for traffic? And then, of course, what would and of course, this is not even knowable yet, but what would the cost of something like that be?
That's again still out there, and it would probably be shared cost with, with the state. And again, taking a look at, just that Capitol complex. It's a beautiful area.
Okay. So now the only thing, this is a question I've been having all along. I do understand, because we did this in Florida quite a bit. Florida being so close to sea level there, we had to dig holes so the water had some place to go.
Okay.
So you have one going right up the road over here, which, of course, that's and how long is that going to be going right down 20th here?
Oh yeah, that's Civic Center Commons. Yeah. Yep. They're wrapping that up.
Oh, they are already?
Really well.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think by the end of the year, we'll have most of the work done, and then some landscaping in the spring.
Well, and then make a nice park out of it. As long as you got this, instead of being an ugly hole, you make a park out of it.
Correct.
And then the other one that's up the other side near Pershing over here.
Yeah, I've always referred to it as Pando Park, and I know that again, that back in the day, that really attracted so much attention, so much kind of hate and ire, and then people see that it really does work.
It actually does look kind of good, but my only complaint is I never see anyone on the tennis course. You ever seen anyone play tennis down there?
Not only there, but around town.
Oh, really?
Tennis is.
Is it a big thing?
I don't know that.
Okay. I have seen it filled up a few times, though.
It's pretty amazing when it gets filled up.
Yeah, because we have
and it happens fast.
Even during the course of the summer, we had a couple of storms come in.
Yeah.
And that one near Pershing was full for a while there. So it does have some place to go.
Yep.
Try playing tennis during that time.
No,
I don't think that's going to happen. Okay. We got more with the mayor in just a moment. It's AM 650 KGAB Radio.